guys, it's Bree. Welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be a shelf tour. Recently I fell down a YouTube hole of watching K-pop shelf tours, and honestly just any type of shelf tour. I don't know why, and I thought I would film one of my own. Recently me and Melody actually redid my shelves because I got this shelf over here for Christmas, and so I had a lot more room to reorganize my albums and display them all differently. So let's just get started. We're gonna start with the shelf over here just because it's the oldest one I've had, even though it's completely different than it was like 2 weeks ago. But anyway, okay, so here at the top I just keep two season greeting calendars. This one's ATEEZ and that one is Gravity. So it's February, so we have Seungyoun and Alan, and then the Gravity one has two sides, so the other side actually shows like a calendar and then a picture of Alan, but I like this side more. So the person that's standing for this month is Songmin. And then around all my shelves I have these little Rilakuma remints. A coworker at work gifted me a bunch of these, and so I just put them all over my shelves. I actually gifted some to some of my friends, so yes. And then I have this little Songmin Polaroid that I printed because he just looks too adorable. And then we move down to this shelf right here. So this shelf holds my GOT7 albums, my Stray Kids albums, and Seungyoun. So over here we have GOT7's Breath of Love. I have all 7 versions. Then Stray Kids I Am You, Just 2's Focus. I have the 2 different covers and then the 2 different slip covers. I don't remember if there was another cover or not. I honestly can't remember at this time, but I have 2 of the covers. And then this is the Eyes on You version. This is the present edition of 7 for 7, but I don't remember which version of the present edition. I just can't remember. And then this is Present You and Me, Spinning Top. That's the and version of Spinning Top, and it's the only version I will ever own because you actually don't know what book you're getting, so luckily I just got that version. And then this is the DYE. I have all 5 versions. And then Present You, I have the group version, JB, Bam Bam, and Yugyeom. And I do want all 8, but it's not the biggest priority for me right now, but I do want them in like the future. And then I have all 4 versions of Call My Name. And then for GOT7 related stuff, I do have their light stick. Melody actually gifted it to me for Christmas, and it does not stand up on its own well. Like, it can stand up on its own, but not well enough, so I just put it in this like piece of washi, or like a roll of washi, just so it will stand up and not topple onto the floor. And then I have this pen from the K-pop store that me and Melody always visit in Georgia, so yes. And then over here is Seungyoun, so I have his first mini, which is Equal, and then his second mini, which is Whoops. I do have 2 of each version displayed on my shelf because there's different CD plates this time, so I wanted to make sure I had both in my collection, so hence both versions on my shelf twice. And then this is one of the poster little things. I don't remember what they're called. I think they're like square postcards. You can change which one goes on the front, and so I just chose this one because it's one of my favorites, and this is my favorite like version of the album. And then these are his keynos, so I have the Equal keyno and then the Whoops keyno. And then this is from his season greeting. It's like a little mini calendar, so I decided to put it here. His other calendar is actually on my nightstand, but this one is just so tiny and so cute, and it's literally adorable. I love it. And so it just sits here, and that is it for this shelf. Right here beside my shelf, I just wanted to show because it will keep popping up, is this calendar that Melody made me for my birthday. She's just amazing at gifts. I don't know if y'all can tell by now, but she made me this calendar for my birthday, and every month is like a different idol or different pictures of idols, and it's got like all these customized dates on it. And for this month we have Hui because he is my first bias in K-pop, and I love him so much, and his birthday's this month, so that's super duper exciting. So this shelf right here is Gravity and ATEEZ. So on this side I do have Gravity's Maps magazine. I do have one of the versions. It has Alan and Songmin and Yeonjun, yeah. And then right here are all their mini albums. I do have every single album, but they're not in like order of how they should be. I actually put them in rainbow order and ended up really liking how it looks, and so now it sits like this. But I do have all 3 versions of season 1, season 2, and season 3. And then up here I have version 2 and 3 of season 2 and version 3 of season 3. Because these are my favorite versions they've ever done, excluding anything from season 1 because I just don't have dupes of those albums, but these are just some dupes, and I decided to keep them because I really like the books, and yeah, I just decided to. I might not keep those there, but for right now that's where they're chilling. And I do have another little Rilakuma remit here, and then this little Polaroid of Alan was just a freebie that someone threw in. It's just a little print. And then this is ATEEZ over here. So in front of my ATEEZ albums, I do have my Mingi signed album that Melody got me for Christmas. So yeah, it's like my prized possession. I love it so much, and I miss Mingi so much. I can't even explain. Like, every time I see content or like past content that was filmed with him in it, I get so sad, even though it's like such a happy like piece of content. I'm so sad because he's still not back. And yeah, so behind the album we have all of their albums. So this is episode 1, episode 2, both versions of episode 3. This is epilogue. And then I have 2 other Japanese albums. I have Shift the Map and Map to Answer. I don't have all of them, but these are the ones I have. I might get the other ones one day, but they're not a super priority because Japanese albums are very expensive. And then over here we have both versions of Finale, the anniversary, and then one version of Fever. I do own a good amount of copies of Fever, but I only display these 3 because I just don't really like the Fever concepts. The only concept I really liked is like the camera version of the Thanks version. That's like all I really do like, and I like bits of the diary version. But other than that, I'm just kind of like, can you go back to what you were doing, because I love that so much more. And then up here we have the perfume kit, and I just keep it here. I don't really use it, but that's where it stays. And then I have their light stick. So yes, I do also have their light stick case, but I don't display that, and I don't really display like the boxes or anything. And then right here is just another pin from the same K-pop store. They don't actually have a pin of their light stick, but I hope one day they get one because that's what I want. So we'll just put this album back. Okay, so for the next shelf, we just have a kind of random assortment. This is all like produce related, and then we have the boys. So we also have these GOT7 Polaroids. They were on my GOT7 shelf, but Seungyoon's little mini calendar needed room, and then I thought the shelf looked crowded, so now it sits down here. But I just have one from DYE era and then one from January, which if you guys know, you know. So for the boys, I have 2 versions of each version of Stealer, because that's actually what made me start collecting the boys, was Stealer. I just loved the concepts, and it was just like I had to collect. Like, I just had this feeling to collect. And then I own 1 copy of each version of Reveal. I do want to get another set of Reveal because I, again, really like the concepts, and I just want to own another one. Also for polls would be nice. I only actually collect the boys for Reveal and Stealer, and I will maybe collect Forward depending on concepts, but for the boys I only collect Reveal and Stealer. So next we have WayV. So these 2 right here are just dupe photo books, or like the covers are dupes right here, because me and Melody held a group order through Makestar, and I just haven't traded these 2 off. We got a lot of certain members, so it is what it is, but these 2 I do need to trade off. And then these are the versions I have to keep. So I have Daeyeon, Donghan, Younga, and Seokwa, and then Daeyeon, Donghan, and Seokwa. I do need Younga because he's like in my bias line for this one, so if you guys have it, I don't remember if this is Daeyeon or Donghan. I can't remember. I might put it down below if I can remember to do that. And then I have some of the posters right here because they're just dupes, and it kind of keeps the shelf tight. And then this is Insong's Beautiful Scar. I just bought 1 of each because I really like the concepts, even though this packaging is absolutely terrible. The photo book is probably like this big, and this box is gigantic. I can't even begin to think whatever this company was on when they decided to do that. And right here we have Wooseok's Greed. He actually is coming out with a new album super soon. I don't actually think I'm gonna pre-order anything, but next time at the K-pop store I'm definitely gonna pick it up because his music is amazing and his concepts are always super good. But I don't like collect or anything, but I do really want the albums. And then we have X1's albums. So we have both versions of the first mini album, and then we have H&D's Soulmate and H&D's Umbrella. I love H&D, and I've thought about collecting, like actually collecting, not just keeping what I pull and then not collecting further. But everything I've pulled except for the standees out of Soulmate has been Hangul, so I really should just collect him because they would be so easy. I already have such a head start. And on this side I just kept one of the little pop out standees from my X1 album, so yes. And then down here is my NCT shelf, and it also has SuperM and WayV. So for WayV, I have both versions of Awaken the World, and then I have 2 of the Take Over the Moon, the sequel, because the first version I bought did not come with a photo card. I got a circle card and a postcard and no photo card, so I rebought it to get a pull, even though I think it would have been cheaper just to buy the photo card because I collect Xiaojun, so I don't really know what I was thinking. But I bought another one, and I actually ended up pulling him, so, you know, it is what it is. And then I have Take Over the Moon, the first one. I do not have Takeoff, even though I've literally wanted it for over a year. I should just buy it, but I'm kind of lazy, and it's not a huge priority. I do have the SuperM light stick pin, so that's awesome. And then we have every version of their American version of their first album. I think I have Victon, Taemin, and 10. I don't really remember. I know I have Taemin and 10 for sure, and I think that's Victon because he's first. I don't remember. Or maybe he's second. Yeah, I think I'm right. Don't quote me on any of that. And then I have every version of Super One. So yep. So for NCT, I actually don't collect their albums anymore, so this is just kind of what I have. I probably will still collect WayV if I end up liking the concepts, but I do have, for 127, I do have Superhuman, I have Neozone, The Final Round, and then I have Future and Past of Resonance Part 1. I don't remember what version of Resonance Part 2 it is, but whatever the white one is, I kind of low-key want, but I hopefully won't cave into getting that because I don't really want to collect their albums. I really just don't like them, and the members I collect are not too hard to just buy the photo card. And then I do have one version of Empathy, which is honestly my favorite version, and it's one of my favorite things they've ever done, so that's really exciting. And then we move down to this shelf. I do not collect any of these groups anymore, but I did keep the albums just because I personally love their albums, so I just decided to keep them. So here is TXT. So I have both versions of the Dream Chapter Magic. I have the Dream Chapter Star, both versions of the Dream Chapter Eternity. And then I have the same version of Blue Hour. I don't remember the version, but I ended up getting 2 because my Target had none of them. So yes, and then I have my Monsta X collection before I stopped collecting Monsta X. I love Monsta X's albums. I could never part with them. And low-key, I still want to buy the albums even though I don't even want to collect. Like, I just think Starship does so well with albums. Same with Gravity. I think the albums are absolutely incredible. But I have Chungkook and Jooheon's cover for All About Love, all 4 versions of All About Love. And me praising Monsta X does not include All About Love. I actually know that that is terrible. It's honestly the worst ever. And then I do have, I don't remember, this is version 3 of the Connect. And then I have 2 decode versions of the Code. I think I have Jooheon and Chungkook's cover, and then I have all 4 versions of Are You There, all 4 versions of We Are Here, all 4 versions of Follow, and all 4 versions of Fantasia. And then I have their summer package books because I thought that they were very, very pretty, and at the time I still low-key collected. So yeah. And then down here, I just do keep my little pops for BTS. I used to collect BTS, but I don't anymore. But I did keep the pops. I have Hobie and Jimin, and then I have this little Chimmy one. I thought they were just too cute. And then I do have a BTS pin that I ended up keeping from the Kpop store. It was like the first time I ever went. And then I do have the keys right here for this TXT album because they put a lock on it. Album designs, I tell you. And now we're gonna go on to my next shelf. Okay guys, so we're on to the next shelf. I backed up some and I'm off to the side a little bit because I do have Hanse's Nostalgia Nostos version poster framed, and it is reflective. As you can see like my rest of my bedroom low-key. Yeah, so that's why I'm off to here, but I do have that displayed in this top shelf. It's really, really pretty, and I love Nostalgia. It's my favorite thing Victon has ever done. Nothing can really top it, in my opinion, but I do actually like everything they've ever done, but yeah. On the sides of this shelf, I do keep my little ATEEZ IDs that came in their season greetings. So I have Mingi, and I also have Seungyoun. I love them. They're so cute and kind of funny. So on this shelf, on this shelf, I do keep just display items. So over here, I have Victon's 10-star magazine, and then I have their season greeting magazine, and I do actually have Gravity's fanship book because I could not fit it on their shelf. It was way too tight to fit it, so that's where it's gonna chill. I do have ATEEZ's light stick, and then this is their season greeting calendar, and it's February, so we have Chan this month. Look at him being the best boy, literally the best boy ever. And then I have this little like frame. It's like hard, I don't really know what to call it, but it's this little like picture that Melody actually got me for my birthday, and this is like my top favorite photo of Victon ever. I just think they look so happy. Their smiles bring me so much joy, and she got this for me so I can display it. And then Melody actually put this here, and I have not removed it. It's a Polaroid that I printed of Hansei, so it's just chilling. And then I have this capsule keychain that my mom got me for Christmas from Victon's capsule collection. So it just like sits on the shelf here. And then I have both versions of Nostalgia right here. I display this version because it's the Ultimate Superior version. I'm not wrong, but yeah, it sits here and it's displayed mostly because Nostalgia does not fit on this shelf. It's a little too tall for the shelf I keep their albums on, but I also would display it either way. And then I have their light stick box, and then these are their like L holders, their Nostalgia L holders. I want to do something with them, but for right now they just chill. And then this is the oh my god, this is the WayV photo card for Mayday. If you won the whatever it's called, I forgot what it was, but if you won, then you got this photo card, and I actually ended up winning, so that was super awesome. And I have this photo card here forever to sit here. It's so cute. I love it to bits. So then we have the rest of my Victon albums. So over here I do have my Mayday signed album by Hansei. This is actually Melody's pulled album. She pulled both of our biases. So on the other version she pulled Chan, and then on this version she pulled Hansei, and I think I pulled Subin and Byungchan, and she actually traded me because she is the best ever. So I think I ended up giving her Byungchan because I think that right there is Subin. But anyway, and then I have this is from their second ATEEZ fanship. It's just this keychain. I really don't know what to do with it, so it's gonna just sit here. This is their newest album, Voice the Future Is Now. I do have a lot of these, but these are the three that I'm that are my copies. So yes, they sit right here, and I do actually have 3 more behind this album that keeps it up. So yes. Then we have Voice to New World, Ready, Identity, and From Victon. And then before I show the rest, I'll just show this in front because it's literally right here. This is my Time of Sorrow signed CD plate by Hansei. I actually ended up buying this off someone on Instagram, and it's my prized possession. I love it so much, and yes, so we'll move that. So then we have Time of Sorrow right here. So I have 4 different copies because I bought them for different reasons. For photo card pulls, like one was my first copy, one was like I wanted 2 more photo cards, and then the other one I actually bought on Neokyo with the Linty, so you know. And then we have, so for my CD plates I have Sungshik, Hansei, Byungchan, and Chan. And then for this is Mayday, I again different CD plates. I know I have Hansei, Subin, and I think Sungshik, and then the same for this, and I know one of these is Byungchan's CD plate. And then this is my signed Subin. If I can even pull it out, the shelf is super tight. So yeah, I have Subin. Okay, and then we have all 3 versions of Continuous, and then I have Sungwoo's solo album Fame, which I keep here because he is a part of Victon. And then I actually pulled this in my X1 album, so I thought it would be so fitting to put right in front of his solo album. So then we have this shelf. It's not one of my favorite shelves, but it works. It's just a little tall because one of the shelves for this actual shelf I used on that shelf, and so it kind of just created a little bit of a bigger space right here. I might like change it around, but for right now it works for me. So starting over here, I just do have this SHINee light stick pen, and then I have the Shining Kino that I purchased a while back. And then right here I do have Odd, and then 1 of 1 and 1 in 1. And then please, okay. And then I have this Bangyu photo card that I ended up keeping when I gave up TXT. I actually had this because I pulled it, and it's just too cute to give up. I just couldn't, so he's displayed forever right here. I just love that photo card. I do have Mamamoo's albums, so I have Yellow Flower, Red Moon, Blues, yep, White Wind, Reality in Black, and then both versions of Travel. Man, I can't believe I remembered the names of their albums. I'm so proud of myself. Like, I know they have the color, but sometimes I can't remember. And then I do have Eric's Before We Begin album, because I love him. I actually haven't bought his most recent release, but not too big of a priority. I don't really collect him. I just really liked these 2 albums because I do also own his Honestly album, so it's just a mini. And so as you can see right here, I do have this really large stack of Taemin's albums plus SHINee and Key. So down here is just Taemin's Want Kinos. And then for their albums, I own all 3 of Story of Light except for the last one. And then both versions of Ace. I own one of Press It, both of Move. This is Moving. Both versions of Want. Both versions of Never Gonna Dance Again Part 1. Both of Part 2. This is Key's Face. I only own one version. And then this is Everybody. And then here is Taemin's concert photo book, T100 1101. I love this photo book. I bought it forever ago, but I love it too much. This is Taemin's Never Gonna Dance Again extended version, or is it the repackaged? I don't remember the actual name, but this is really, really pretty. The entire photo book is insane, and of course, it's an SM thing to put out like the best thing last, so that after I spent my money on all of that, I still had to buy this. The photo cards actually are, there's 3, but one of them's my favorite, and then the other 2, I can go without. So I guess that was kind of a win that I only had one photo card I actually wanted. And then we have Hwasa's solo album. I have both versions. Best thing I've ever bought in K-pop. This is insane. Like, insane. I don't know what RBW was on. Insane. And then this is Wheeon's single album that I bought forever ago. I love it so much. The photo book's actually kind of small, and it comes with like this easel art thing. That's why the box is so big. There's literally like an easel in there. I don't even know what goes on. And then I keep NCT's 127 Neo Zone T version here because it does not fit anywhere else. I know it's kind of weird there, but it is what it is. And then I have another little Rilakuma here. I think this one's so cute. And then we have the last shelf, which I just call this my box shelf because it keeps everything that's not an album, that's like a bigger box. So starting on this side, I have GOT7 7 edition, one of my best purchases ever. I love it. And this is Victon's season greeting from 2021, and then Gravity's 2021 season greeting. This is BTS's 2020 winter package. They actually came out with a new winter package for 2021, and I'm like, that is so good. Brianna, don't buy. Brianna, don't buy. You don't collect anymore, but I love it. I actually ended up keeping this. Out of all of the things I ended up collecting for BTS, this is one things I did keep because it's amazing. And I have WayV's photo book. This is Xiaoxun's version. This is Gravity's Come Together photo book. This is, I think this is the play version because it was the photo book. This is SHINee's 2020 season greeting. This is Seungyoon's or Wood's, his 2021 season greeting. ATEEZ's 2020 season greeting, their 2021 season greeting. Victon's 2020 season greeting, their New World photo book, and then the Fellowship, ATEEZ's Fellowship. This is a concert photo book, so both of these are concert photo book / DVDs. And that is it for this bottom shelf here. Okay guys, that is it for this video. I actually really enjoyed doing this. I spent a long time staring at all my shelves, and I actually like talking about all the different like albums and stuff. I thought that was very interesting. Sorry if the video is a little shaky. I was holding the camera with my hand the entire time. And if you have any question where like anything's from or anything like that, or what it is, just drop a timestamp down below and I'll try to answer your question. Because I know I did go just a little fast. And that should be it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Love you guys so much. Bye.